So environments for storytelling is critical, and that's what we do at Time Inc. Content that delivers authenticity, relevance, access, and creates emotional connections. When you think about it, there's nothing new here. Stories have bound communities together since the beginning of time. And the distribution models, while they have changed, branded, quality, trusted stories will still matter moving forward. And in moments of change, those trusted brands matter maybe even the most. Like we're in now, stories are more important than ever. People turn to and rely on us to inspire and eventually ignite change. Stories engage and we respond to them. And this is not new to magazines. One of the largest media companies that we all spend a tremendous amount of time on understand this. One of the most compelling examples is the fact that they produce 90 pieces of content per user per month. And I saw yesterday as I sat through Chris Cunningham's presentation that even my stats may be old as they showed more current stats than this. And that's powerful. Content is driving the conversation in social with over 30 pieces of content shared each month. Photos, blogs, links, stories between users and their friends. The social network effect is powerful because it means that you ingest something and then re-express it, and your embellishment actually builds on the story. But the content is still the center of the conversations. New products, brands must focus on value. We have to find our authentic voice. As publishers, as those of us that intend to keep a promise with consumers, with our customers, we must renew our commitment to staying current, staying relevant with products and on technology platforms that offer our content anywhere and everywhere our customers would like. Our voices have to be authentic. You have to believe and trust that we actually have a position and a perspective from which to describe or talk about the things that we do. These are just the sorts of environments that offer relevance, and eventually we have to remember that that is probably the most important thing. Brands will lead those conversations. We at Time Inc. know that the road behind us is different from the road ahead of us. It's paved with knowledge that our promise is expressed in our brands, and that we have brands that are brands of consequence. They are the brands that lead the conversations. And I would suggest that if you are a marketer, you have to believe that your brand is a brand of consequence. It's the effort that you put into making that brand promise come alive for consumers through our ads, through our placement of those ads, through our expression of those ads in social environments, on mobile platforms, by using new tools like video and distribution technology to make that come alive. Again, you're looking at an environment like Twitter, 18 of the top 20 brands that are being followed are content brands. 3 of those happen to be Time Inc. brands, which we're very, very proud of. We are committed to keeping faith with our consumers, faith with the readers of our content in magazine, online, on new platforms. There's no doubt about it. The industry faces challenges as it continues to get even more innovative. However, advertisers are being forced to make a decision that really isn't the right decision. Is it analog or is it digital? Really? Is it Mad Men or is it X-Men? Brandon, I got your permission. You said I could put you up in the slide. All right. You know, we see what happens when you debate Democrats versus Republicans. I didn't put that up there. Art versus science. The answer is very rarely on either side. It's most oftentimes something that we're missing. And I wonder if we're not missing something by so fixating on this debate for the last year, year and a half. Art or science. I have not gone to a conference where most of the agenda has been about consumers and consumer insights. And that's what I'm looking forward to moving into the 2010s. We've got to reconnect with the heart and the soul of our customers. So what are clients going to expect from publishers? I mean, what are the bare requirements that you have to do? What gets you to even start the conversation? If we're in an age of enlightenment, when storytelling matters, I think publishers will have no more excuses. They have to get these table stakes down. At a minimum, publishers will have to develop the capabilities of nimble inventory management. That's all of our inventory, online and offline. An ability to move the inventory to where an advertiser wants to activate it. And that's going to be key. To package that inventory in thoughtful ways. As the agencies come to buy, we need to actually have a platform upon which we can actually package to meet those needs. This issue of technology, audience and data management platforms are required moving forward. Build it, partner for it, or acquire it. But to be technology, to be a media company without ingesting or having technology be a part of your DNA is going to be a challenge moving forward. Technology's relationship with media has been cemented, and to be successful, we all need to be prepared to take advantage of it. And then there's this thing about data. Whose data is it anyway? I don't really know that that matters. I do know that all publishers have a first-party relationship with an audience. That's your data for sure. That audience is your customer. That's probably the most relevant and most powerful thing that you can bring to the conversations going forward. But if you don't fully understand what is the reason that your audiences are so well tied to you, or have more knowledge about their behavior with your content, their behavior in your environments, then you're disadvantaging yourself from the very start of the conversation. So having a clear understanding of your first-party data is going to be critical. Here's how you win, though. Here's how you act differently. Since everyone's going to have those three nailed, Red Bull will have those nailed. They said they're a new media company, and I'm not picking on them. I'm pointing out they've keyed into something so critical that all of us have to do for our brands. Our brands as publishers in this new world will take these things as the table stakes to get started, and then we'll differentiate ourselves based on the rich consumer insights that we have. By that I mean extend your capabilities beyond reporting to really do analysis. Try to actually close loop and check back in with point of sales. What have been the effects of campaigns? What is the effects long-term of your planting seeds about your brand in the future? We are going to need to find a way to provide transparency and ease of activation, not just across our own properties, but through unique partnerships. Everyone is trying to do more with less. We recognize that our advertisers are doing the same. Our ability to partner with other media companies and find the right alignment between us to satisfy the needs of a marketer will be critical. I think Terry's slide is calling for the role of general contractor. I heard it called system integrator yesterday, but it's realizing that if you can bring together more pieces of the solution, that is a value that you can bring to your partnerships. And then service. If it's getting more complex, not less complex, interpreting all of this for your clients is critical. Making sure that you're there to meet their needs, whether their needs are training, their needs are best practices, those are the critical steps that publishers need to take on to win. So, to wrap this up, we must embrace new technologies. That's done. And it's not just a part of distribution strategies, it's a part of the way we think. We must utilize and leverage new platforms and channels. Be excited about them. And make sure that we understand that it is our content everywhere that will create connections everywhere and allow our brands to live everywhere. We must stay relevant with art. I am a big believer that we have to reimagine the creative canvas again and again and again. The standard units that we use today are not the end. We are still at the early stage of this industry, so let's be thoughtful about what we can do to make that canvas come alive. But I do go back, and I'm sorry that it is from the founder of Time Inc., but I'm proud that it is from the founder of Time Inc. As marketers, I would replace his word journalists with marketers. I got into this thing because I wanted to figure out how to tap into the heart of the world. That's what marketers really want to do. We enjoy this because we know what's coming next. We want to shape the conversation in the future. We hope that we can shape it around our brands and that we can make a promise to consumers and then keep that promise. That's why I got into media and marketing. That's what it's truly about for me, connecting with hearts and minds and the souls of my customers. And if we have forgotten that and are fixated on the bottom, then we are the ones that are driving ourselves into this place where it's all about efficiencies and it's not about the most exciting thing. which is people, our consumers. They're the ones that make this all matter, and I'm excited to be working with you as we continue evolving into this future of enlightenment. Thank you.